sexual immorality. Some of them send their girls down to have sex with them.
That abuse is the act of taking it back without the prescription of the medical doctor. The Bible says it is about never
whether you smoke, whether you use for tea, whether you use for shizzle, whether you use for brownies, you are all going to get the same effect. Remember that. Just that the one who smokes it is going to get additional problems, which is having a problem with the heart and in the lungs.
Concerning the reproductive health of adolescents, there's prevalence of sexual immorality in the school and also high rates of substance abuse. I saw the program or adverts of the initiative on social media, so I decided to consult them and they agreed to come and help.
Wasieni is an initiative that was started last year, and the purpose is that we use it to bring together young people and experts in the field of sexual reproductive health to be able to interact, especially to create a platform for young people to be able to ask them questions and get answers.
So today we came to talk and interact with the students. We talked about a wide range of issues affecting young adults and includes teenage pregnancy and how to stop them or curb them. We talked about drug abuse, the rehab centers we have available. We talked about the internet and how to use them positively. We also talked about how to set your priorities right as a student and a young adult.
I'm very excited to be a part of this program simply because I think the young ones need to get access to the right information that they need, because growing up as an adolescent, I didn't get a lot of expertise around me to educate me on making certain choices for myself. I'm sure I would have been a much better person than I am now.
What I sought to do today was to tell them, well, it is good to go ahead and use the internet. It is fine for you to access the internet, but when you go there, go online and stay on top. Stay on top means be smart. Know what to click, know what not to click, know which site to visit, know which site not to visit, know who is coming after you. Let us tell them that, look, if you go posting nude pictures of yourselves on the internet, I was telling them there, what do you risk in the future, not today?
With my interactions among them, there were a lot of myths people have about teenage pregnancy. A number of people think you can't even get pregnant on your first sex. People think, drinking all sort of things before sex prevents you from getting pregnant. And some people are actually abusing the emergency contraceptive. They use them as oral contraceptives on a daily basis.
There are boys who came from a background who think that menses is a bad thing, that when a girl is even having a menses, she wouldn't even like to study with her. But if they get to know that menses is just a physiological process, it's going to help. Then also at that age, as I said, hormones are moving, desire for sex and other things are coming in. They have to know what to do, what they are going through. You know, as a male, you have to know that erection and other things are natural, and that when it comes, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should have sex.
I am a mental health nurse, and I've come into direct contact with some of these young people who are there as a result of some abusing of some form of substance or the other. And at least I think with me being here and sharing some experiences along the line, they would tend to appreciate it.
If you put a child on the internet, aware of all the safety measures, and he or she used it well, look, trust me, you have done a greater good to that child, in that she will be able to access information that would keep her safe.
The journey to this place is quite a distance. So for them to have known all this information abused me. Not like I'm surprised it's coming from adolescent, but the place is really far. So I'm asking myself how they got to know about all of these names and then information they have about some substances. Some were even teaching me how they abuse some of the substances and then the other form of substances that they abuse, aside the very popular ones that we all know of, like the super glues and all of that.
They even mistake friendship with sexual relationship. Because a friend, you can have a friend who is a female, a girlfriend, but it's not a sexual partner.
Quite recently, we were told about this Takrady girls issue, and it's one of the things that I mentioned in my presentation. If we are to, we carry smartphones along. Interestingly, we are not that smart as the smartphones themselves. And I feel it is one of the things that we should begin to preach. If I am traveling from here to my station, way back in Peje, what I do is that I just put my location on. Then the phone tracks me all the way. If along the way I should get missing at any point, Anybody at all could just log in using my Google account and find my location.
Indeed, there's a need for us to go down to their level and make them very comfortable, because I'm sure it's because I made them comfortable, that's why they were able to open up and then say all kinds of things, or bring out all the information they need to bring out.
All in all, it was successful. We had a session on preventing unplanned pregnancies, which is quite high. We had a session on drug abuse, which is also another major problem in our country today. And the students were very interactive. The sessions were very interactive, which was very good.
I think this program has been a success because I've seen positive reactions from my students.
Everything went on, everything was fantastic. We all loved it.
It was very fascinating. It was a very educative program as well. When you guys were coming, we thought it was going to be something something just like that, but we couldn't believe what we saw there.
I learned a whole lot. I learned about how people post naked pictures online. I learned about drug abuse. I learned about teenage pregnancy, how to stop it. You can post pictures, but not any kind of pictures like naked pictures. You can be affected by it one day.
I wish for Auntie Baaba and Sister Sarah to come back again and teach us more about it. Because teenage pregnancy and drug abuse are now common in Ghana. So for us to prevent or avoid doing that, I think they should come, or they should really come regularly to come and teach us.
I wish you should be coming here frequently, because this is a type of program that it is very educative, and then students need to be receiving this kind of information always to let them stand on their toes, so that they will get serious and then take their studies very serious.
This is not all of us. We are many, and some of them are in the house and they have not learned anything. So when you guys come back again, maybe possibly they'll be around, and I would like you guys to meet some of our parents on PTA days. Can even go to a school, any school on a PTA day to educate the parents most, because some of their influence comes from them.
There is a lot to be talked about, and one day cannot be used to talk about everything that needs to be talked about. So it's very important that we visit schools like this.
The problem with some of these programs that I have is that sometimes we come just kind of tickling them, and right afterwards we leave. We don't come back to check on them again. We don't come back to look at what the impact has been on them. But I think it is a good thing that we have started. When Baaba was having a presentation, look at the way they were contributing to the issue of drug abuse. They know it already. They have their own perceptions. They have their own mechanisms and systems that they use. What do?
We need to consistently get in touch with these young people to be able to share with them the right information to help them make the right choices in life.
This revelation is a wake-up call for all of us, that we need to really do more of such things.
Because there are young people churning out in all corners of the world, and when they have the information now, when they become parents, they can also transfer that knowledge to them. When we wait for the vices to come up, it's a whole much bigger issue to care than now. So we should visit as much schools as we can as possible, and we're also sorting for sponsorship. I mean, these things come with money, so we need the money to push them. So those of you who don't have the leisure of time or stuff to, you can support with your resources. People have the voice, people have the time. We'll go into the fields and do the work for you.
Thank you, Wasieni.